If everybody's ready, I'm gonna call City of Vernon special meeting Tuesday, October 28th, at 5:30 to order. And the invocation, please.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. We ask that you guide the council and help them to make the best decisions for the city and the community. We ask that you will guide and protect and keep everyone safe in our community, Lord, and heal our country. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, number one, appropriations grant project.
That was, y'all were gonna discuss Church Street, and anything else you might wanna put on that. I think you wanna cap out at $650. But I know that the main community concern is Church Street.
Yeah.
And then there may be more things that need doing to wells 1 and 2. Whatever you do, you have to have some state folks behind you to push it through for appropriations. And I'm good with going to the Capitol to talk about it, and if y'all desire me to do that. But we gotta have we gotta have somebody that's backing that. So I know a community concern is Church Street, but we also will have to think about that the water services everybody too. So however, whatever y'all wanna do, but I think those were the 2 top priorities you were talking about.
They are.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 I would go with, and I'll go ahead and contact our state representative and let him know what we're looking for. And see if we can set up a meeting with him.
And Candace, you said that you were good to go, if need be, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So I think y'all just need a vote or a motion and a vote if you're gonna approve those 2 and which order you're gonna put those 2 in priority.
We need a vote for what? What did she say?
Just the order of the 2,
The order of the 2.
the Church Street paving and the more possibly for the wells 1 and 2.
Okay.
To have a motion to approve the preparations for Church Street and wells 1 and 2 in that order.
I make a motion we approve.
A second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Number 2, Public Works Director and Laborer positions. At our last meeting, we spoke with Mr. Carroll
This one?
and Mr. Bradley. Did not have an opportunity to speak to Chad. Hey, Chad. And we have, his application was submitted at that time, but he wasn't able to be here, but he's here tonight. Also, we have 2 more, Mr. Brian Keller and Mr. Jamie Tyler Jones. Okay, so. You wanna start with Chad?
Yeah, we can.
Hey, Chad.
Hey,
Good to see you.
good to see you all.
Tell us a little bit about what you've done that would make you good for this position and what you do know.
Most everyone here knows it for 5.5 years. Out of the past 6, 5 of that, I've done every aspect of this job from the ground up, from under the ground up. I can do every aspect of this job. I would just want to get back in and see where it was at right now, because I haven't been here in 5 months, so I can't give you a whole lot about what I would do to come in. I need to see where it's at, because I haven't
We
been
have a
here.
list.
Yeah, well, I can come in pretty quick, get that list and tell you where I can run with it, but that's where these right here are the hard parts for me, honestly. You know, to be perfectly honest, these meetings to come in here are hard. It's easier for me to do the work out there and to run the stuff out there. I'm good at that. I'm not real good at this, just to be honest, you know. So, but, that's where I'm at. I'm willing to come back and come, you know, if y'all want me. You know.
I know previously, when you were here before, you showed interest in wanting to take the tests that are needed.
Yes, ma'am, and I'm well capable of taking those tests. I could, you know, in the past, I've taken NFPA 17, 17A, 96, and that was not the old 10-question easy test that you take. It was a new one. Matter of fact, I was the guinea pig for the company in Chicago that I was working for at the time. Because it was a new 100-question test, and it was open book, but you had to read a book about that to know where everything was at. So it wasn't that easy. So I'm well versed on how to take a state test. I've taken a few of them. I have a license for animal control, obviously, and I can get that operator's license. Send me down there, get the class, get the course, whatever, like you guys did. You know, I know you would if I took the job or got the job, had the opportunity to get the job, and I would take the test and pass it. You know. That's not being arrogant, I just know I will, because I've done it before, I know what it takes to do stuff like that. So, but that's where I'm at, you know. You know questions, and I can answer questions better than I can, you know, talk, so.
That's fine, that's
Okay.
what we want to hear.
Okay.
Does anybody else have any questions for Chad?
You got anything this one? No.
Chad,
I'm sorry,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Chair. I will just say, this goes for anybody in here. There's a distribution license class in December. I wanna say it's the 9th and 10th, and it's in Pensacola. So, you know, whoever you hire for that would need to go do that, and it's close, it's not down the state this time. That class is, anyway. We just got that paper in yesterday.
Okay.
And that's for the public work director's position, not the
Yep.
labor
And that's
position,
what
just to
they
be clear.
need and have to.
Yeah, the distribution
Yeah.
license, yes, sir. I apologize for interrupting
Oh,
you,
that's
Mr.
fine.
Chair.
Chad, you know, and I've always called you and asked if you been fishing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And this is a kind of a sensitive subject. Gotta deal with the public.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be better at it.
Yes, sir. I've been working on that. Yes, sir.
Menu's good, but gotta be better at dealing with the public.
Yes, sir.
That's all I got.
So,
I know he ain't lazy, I know he works hard. I'll give him that.
Mr. Jones, can you tell us a little bit about what you've done and what you can bring to the table for the position? And first, I guess, are you applying for the public works director, the just
Yeah,
labor position?
any one of them, it don't matter to me. I just travel for work in the paper mills. I've been doing that for about 5 years. I built chemical tanks all over the United States, up and down the East Coast. And I'm ready to come off the road, and the job is open, so I put application in for it.
Okay.
That's where I'm at.
And what all kind of work are you doing though at the paper mills? Just to,
I just build chemical tanks,
building
CO2,
tanks.
acid,
okay.
build towers, all that.
Mr. Jones, are you still on the Vernon Volunteer Fire Department?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. Still a volunteer there.
Thank you, we appreciate that.
You're welcome.
We don't have the $50,000 for you.
Candace, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've pretty much spoken to everybody about the pay. for
Yeah,
the
well, I have
position.
not spoken to Brian about it because I wasn't here when he brought the
We
application
don't have the
in.
$50,000.
But I called Jamie about
She
it
spoke to all of
that day.
Yeah.
Okay. And I had talked to Brandon about it, yeah, and Chad knows.
We just left it on there.
Yeah.
So everybody's clear on what each position is paid.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm clear on it.
Mr. Keller, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and work experience?
I'm certified mechanic, 38 years, doing underground boring, site preparation, drainage, blacktop. I can run about any piece of equipment. I can maintain it myself. Do have a shop right here in Vernon, so that helps. And that's what I'm doing now, is I'm doing underground utilities, so.
Okay. Ms. Glenn?
Well, you had a lot of experience, and so I know she talked to you about the salary. So-
Well, I didn't because he wasn't here.
Oh, you wasn't
I
here.
wasn't here when he dropped it
Okay,
off.
It's not $25 an hour. We're a poor city and we can't really afford
The
that.
Public Works Director's position is 19, and the labor position is 14.
Monday through Thursday, right? 10-hour days.
And then what else comes to that?
They're 10-hour
After,
days.
after the probationary period, which is 90 days.
So Florida retirement, comes with it. It's 100% employee paid, or employer paid insurance with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, but just for the employer.
Sure.
That's for health, not dental, vision, or life insurance. After a year, you get a week paid vacation. After 3 years, you get 2 weeks paid vacation. Sick days accrues at, so many hours
Sure.
during the pay period.
PTO time.
Yeah, PTO. We have all of them, every major holiday. Thanksgiving Day and the day after, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Day.
Pretty much when the banks are closed.
Yeah, if the bank's closed, we're closed.
Sure.
Doesn't mean that you're not gonna work, cause something will break.
Emergencies happen.
I will say that I've had the on-call phone for three weeks. I've been out one time. Jimmy has been covering things, but as far as just on-call, emergencies calling the office and then calling here, but we are kind of always on call. That's the thing.
That's part of it.
Yeah, so, now they rotate, they have an on-call, they're supposed to have, like, 1 week,
And whoever's hired
a
us.
person is on call that week, you get X amount of dollars for
Sure.
being on call, whether you take a call or if you don't take a call. So if you answer the phone and it's not something you have to go to, you're still getting paid for that day for being on call, the on-call rate. If you have to go in, then you just go clock in and clock out and get paid for your time for that day. And that's supposed to rotate between the employees. Hopefully they will have a staff of a public works director and 2 laborers pretty soon. Well, y'all had 3, but then you cut the one position during budget, so it'd be 3 people total.
I have a question. The director position, is that salary or hourly?
Hourly.
2-4.
For right now.
Right now, we think about salary.
Jimmy does have the plant in as good a shape as it's been in a long time. They've been putting in a good bit of time down there. The plant is old and it needs a lot of work, but he's got it at as good as it's been in a long time, just because of his knowledge and what he does, and being there. So, and he's willing to work with whoever's hired. So, that's where we're at on that. So it's state retirement for full-time, health insurance for full-time if you elect to have it, and then the vacation and the PTO days, no matter which position. So, and that adds up to a lot.
Any other questions from you? Anybody? No.
Do any of you have questions for us?
We can call them and let them know who we decide. Is that all right? Talk about them. Decide and then let them know, call somebody.
Well, that's the way you want to handle it. We vote on it
Just to give us
tonight,
a little
or
bit of time.
When you go,
Yeah, vote on
yeah.
it. So,
we can wait to the end.
Yeah.
Move up.
Yeah, we can. Let's move it to the last.
Okay. Let's move the decision on hiring.
May I wanna ask everybody one thing. Who is interested in both positions? Could I get a show of hands? Brandon, Jamie, okay, y'all are interested in both positions. And you're only interested in the labor position. So I'm gonna put labor is Bradley.
Jeez, I'm putting G in I'm putting G in my hand, so I know.
Jones, isn't it? Okay.
No, Sam.
And then Public Works is also y'all two, and, okay.
Dr. Brad.
Okay, so we've got two that are just interested in public works, and then one that's just in the labor, and the other two
Both of
will
them.
take either way.
Three interest. Four interested in Public Works Director.
And just Bradley is interested.
And then three are interested, or two are interested in both. Sorry, I'm not trying to be complicated, I just wanna know before they decide something.
So, Jamie.
I do have one more question. I heard something a few minutes ago. Mr. Keller, did you say that you have your own business?
I have a big shop at my house right over here on Elm Avenue. If it's something I couldn't handle, that we broke at work or something broke at work, I have the ability to do it.
Okay, I thought I heard you say that you had a business here.
No business,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. All right, if nobody else has anything, we'll move on for now. Everybody good with that? Number 3, payroll in the office.
Mr. Gary had asked that this be back on here. We are fine doing it. As I said, the only way that it would work for us to do it in office is if one of us handles one part and then it's approved by somebody else, cause you gotta have more than one set of eyes on it. If I do the payroll, I would need Nikki to put it in, actually put it in the bank part in the ACH or print the checks so that I'm not putting my personal stuff in the ACH. And that's the only way I would want to do it. And then she could also learn how to do it in case I wasn't here.
That goes back to the checks and balances part of it, being taken care of through the auditors. I know when we first switched over, that was one of the reasons, is because small cities always have a note in their audit concerning checks and balances, and every small town gets them. But it really hasn't worked out the way that we had hoped. We've had a lot of issues. It would save us money by bringing it back in-house. And if we have two that take care of the checks and balances, it also gives us the opportunity to know everything up front instead of having to wait for an outside CPA to get us information, which is a problem that we ran into not long ago. That caused some financial concerns.
It'll have you where you have a monthly budget every meeting once a month.
Should be able to provide us with
Yeah.
reports, even as far as outside workers' time cards, all that would come back in-house instead of going to a CPA. So for me, I was for it when we did it several years ago. There's been several issues with it, and it just hasn't worked out like we thought that it would. And we ran into more problems than what we were trying to fix initially. So for my part of it, I think that it should be moved back in-house.
Candace, but what about the audit?
Well, if we have two different departments
Doing-
going it,
Okay.
yes, ma'am, that should cover us with checks and balances. There's some things that they do that they don't, charges for, just the categorizing part for things that come out automatically and go in automatically. But it not being in the office, it's categorized wrong a lot of times. You understand what I'm saying? So that is a downfall of the fact that even though it's not being charged to us, it's
Still a downfall.
it's actually still a downfall. So, and if you reach out to me 8-10 months after something came through, now you want me to remember that, but if it was done monthly, that would make it a lot easier. We still need an accountant, so you would still need to either have them on retainer or somebody on retainer, which is probably gonna run about $200 a month. And they would give us an hour or 2 hours, which is probably more than we use, because I don't talk to them 15 minutes a month, so we should be completely covered in that.
Well, also the clerk would be able to make sure that everything is reconciled as it should be and not find out
Later down the
months
road.
later that it has not
And that
been.
is an issue we have because we don't do the bank reconciliation in-house.
Also, even with having a retainer on a
It still
CPA,
would
it's
save money,
still gonna save us, what we talked about, $4,000 a year.
probably.
Does anybody else have anything they wanna say on that before I ask for a motion? Do I have a motion to approve moving payroll back into the city hall office?
I make a motion we approve.
Any discussion?
Just real quick, because I'm gonna have to get it set up, it's probably gonna be, it definitely won't be the payroll this week that we're about to do. Because I'm gonna have to get it all set up and transferred over, and that may take 2 weeks.
That's fine. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 4, salary for Public Works Department and clerk.
You look at me. So, your public works director typically in the past has had a lot of overtime. You could increase salary, maybe not to start, maybe hire them because they're on a 90-day probationary period anyway, but that salary could be increased because they could be overtime exempt. So, if somebody works 10 hours or 80 hours in that category, as long as they set that, then, you're saving money in the long run considering the overtime that we've paid. So y'all are all hearing this before they vote.
Yes.
Well, and we discussed this one time before, we kicked it around because we had to cut out all the overtime and there was a lot of issues.
With
And we just
overtime.
never took action on it. One other thing, the Public Works Director salary going, we already know that at the rate because we discussed it during the previous Public Works Director's position. We know that 19 falls within the realm. The clerk would have to be moved to that as well. But if you consider that we just put the payroll back on the clerk, saving money, no additional money to her, it would kind of balance out if we were to move it to 19, if you all decide to move forward with putting them both on salary.
I will say that as far as Public Work Director goes, the way it's supposed to be, and I know that's in my little imaginary world, but the way it's supposed to be is your other folks are on call and not your Public Works Director, and they call him if it's something they cannot do. So that he's not working 60 hours a week.
No,
Okay,
and
I get it, that's how it's supposed to work in my head, and I know reality is different than that sometimes, but that's how it's supposed to work, isn't it, June? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
and unless an emergency arises, and we set this up a long time back for it to rotate, the on-call to rotate to the employees and not the director. And I just realized that our attorney's not here.
Yeah, she's not.
She did say that she was not gonna be here, she did say that she was not gonna be here. She called me last night because I had questioned her about salary and not salary and days of the week and all that stuff before we came in here and didn't know. She said that she feels like most supervisors should be on salary, that it's a benefit because it actually saves money in the long run. I mean, I don't wanna, y'all know I don't like to say stuff like this, but I am on call 7 days a week and I never, ever have charged for that. But you might find somebody that will. So, Stephen said he's gonna start calling Jimmy every night at supper since he calls me every night at supper. So anyway, but it saves money in the long run. And your water distribution license person has to have 2,080 hours of experience working in the water and sewer field before they can get licensed. So that's probably might make a difference in what y'all do this evening.
And according to DEP, they got to have a license to repair the leaks. All right, Jimmy?
You're supposed to have a distribution operator.
Okay, so what's the will of council?
Table that one to the workshop. Is that?
Well, salary does work out sometimes.
I mean,
Because even if you don't
in
come
theory,
to
it
work.
should.
No, if you're on salary
It should
and
work.
you don't show up, you still get paid.
You don't show up,
Okay.
that's different.
Yeah, I say it's an advantage
that-
and a
but
disadvantage,
there's-
because if you work overtime, you don't get paid, but if you don't,
Yes, correct,
you
that's your
gotta
paycheck's
get
the same.
paid.
Yeah.
Your salary
But there's
never
also a
changes, so
board
it does work
that-
out.
That oversees that too.
Hmm?
There's also a board here that oversees that too, and I think after
Correct.
everything that we've been through,
Yeah, so that's
we're all gonna be a little bit sharper
on that.
things like that, so I don't see it being a problem myself. I know that the attorney has spoken with us about it before,
Yes.
and it's pretty much done most places now anyway. It's
Yeah.
completely up to you all, I think.
I've been on it. Mhm.
So is that something that somebody wants to make a motion about, or y'all want to wait?
I make a motion to approve it. We've been going round and round with it.
Yeah, I say, we talked about it enough.
Any discussion? All in favor, motion carried to approve, salary for the Public Works Director position and the clerk. Motion carried. Number 5, pay increase for Russell Bullcard.
Rusty hasn't had a raise in 2 years. He's been working this for the past 3 weeks without, I mean, he's got help because of
Jimmy.
Jimmy's crew, but he's earned it more than once. And, so,
Well, he should have gotten a raise by now, anyway.
Correct.
Yeah, should have.
Yeah,
There's nothing like in the, for us that says,
he's making minimum wage still. He's been here,
And that's not,
he hasn't had a raise in 2 years, through 2 cycles. Well, nobody's had a raise in 2 cycles. And he's, like I said, he makes minimum wage. And he's earning his every day.
well,
is minimum wage $15 an hour now?
It goes to 15
Next year.
next
What's next?
next year, next budget year, but it's 14 right now, and that's what he makes. He did start at 13, and he got a raise that first year whenever, everybody got $1 that year, but he hasn't had one in 2 years. And he's doing a lot. He has really stepped up and done a lot.
I think we should be able to move it to 15
no.
and then address it
Can we not move it to 16?
16 because if you,
I mean, if he should have really had it for 2 years in a row.
Well, that's a good point, because we have to go to 15 on
Anyway.
the other ones next year anyway, and if we go ahead and do that now, then,
It'd make more sense to go to 16. I mean, and he's still gonna be by himself for a little bit.
yeah. Do I have a motion to approve an increase to Russell Borcar's pay an amount of $16 an hour?
I make a motion that his pay goes from $14 an hour to $16 an hour.
Do I have a second?
second,
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Number 6, 4-day work week at City Hall.
okay.
We have, the outside employees are on Monday through Thursday,
Well, they're on 410s, they rotate.
14.
They rotate the days off so that somebody's here during the week.
Okay, that's right, I'm sorry, I was thinking,
Oh, I wonder what you,
I'm sorry, y'all. County's on 410s, they rotate, so,
yeah. But they still only work 4 days a
but they
week.
only work 4 days a week.
But they work 10-hour days. Are you
Yes.
planning
They
on
do.
working 8-hour days? Or you wanna work 10?
There's pros and cons to it. The biggest pro is that Rusty gets that $2 an hour raise because we're saving money in the office. That's the way I see it. We have a Dropbox and you can pay online, so as far as those things, and we have an on-call, so if there's an emergency, you could call somebody. Other than that, people coming in, it's gonna be notary. Which we might do $5 in a week or $20 in a week. We are not paying any bills with that. So, I mean, that's completely up to y'all. I'll still be coming Friday afternoon, so it doesn't, as far as me, it does not matter. But as far as it cuts costs, it helps with Rusty's raise because of budget
Yeah.
issues.
Well, and the other 2 ladies in, the office,
They don't wanna work full-time.
their schedules
It's
can probably cover better on 4 days rather than,
5.
and so that way we know that we have
Coverage.
coverage in the office.
Personally, I'd rather be scheduled a day closed than just be closed a day because
Just a
it
random
wasn't
day,
covered.
yeah.
That's right.
That is not professional versus just saying
No.
X day is,
And that
we're
way
not open.
appointments and, if there's an emergency, somebody's got time to, cover and, so are we talking Monday through Thursday?
That makes the most sense.
Yeah. And the opening and closing time stays the same?
That's up to y'all.
Well, I'll be open later.
Whatever y'all-
I'd say just leave it like it
Leave it
is.
like it is.
Do I have a motion to approve, City Hall going to Monday through Thursday, same time, open and close?
I make a motion to approve.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Okay, number 7, water leaks.
Alright. We've got a sack full of water leaks, I'll put it like that.
See him.
Been talking to Jimmy about it. I talked to the attorney about it. What we're using right now, we cannot continue to do. If we got inspected, we'd be in trouble. We need to go ahead and hire, I know we just hired some people, but they're gonna be coming in new to do the plant and other stuff they need to be doing. I talked to Jimmy, he's got somebody that can come in and start repairing these water leaks immediately. 2 people, $40 an hour a piece. We furnish the equipment and the material. But we've got to get them fixed.
I mean, we're probably losing that in the end.
You're losing that in chemicals and stuff like
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
You're losing that easily. When will they start, Jimmy, if you got approved?
Mostly they'd probably do it over the weekends.
Okay,
They're not gonna be, they wouldn't be available if you had an emergency and a water main blows apart. Other than that, I'm not promising you anything. they will come on their days off.
All right,
And we got to know what's down there to make sure you got the parts.
right.
And the backhoe, you know,
Do we know what inventory we do have down there right now?
Right.
no, we got some.
But do you
But
have,
I'm not as up on that as, I don't think y'all have enough. I think we would, before they'd start, we'd make sure we got at least what they think they need. If we have to order it. We can get it pretty quick as far as fittings and pipe, but, there's several that are pretty bad. One of the main ones I know is a 2-inch. That should be fairly easy, but the only way to fix it, I know you're gonna have to, shut the whole street down. So then, I reckon you do the boil water nooses. You know, we can help you take the samples, but I know that one is pretty bad. And it'll be the whole, there's not that many houses on it, but. I had a new one pop up this week on 277, about 30 yards from another pretty bad one. I just don't want them to start till they know they got everything they need. Hopefully address it when they get there to it.
And I don't even have to ask, you're gonna start with the worst ones.
Oh, absolutely.
Probably find 100 more on the way. I said probably find 100 more on the way.
So, Mr. Gary, you're asking for a motion to, temporarily approve
repair these water lines, but
Jimmy and, your people, or you and a worker,
Not
to
me.
start on these lines,
There'll
not
be
you, but
two others here.
for, you said 2,
There'll be,
40 an hour.
yeah. And we have to provide, the city of Vernon has to provide everything that they
Yeah,
need
I
to do
know.
the job. Mhm.
Do I have a motion to approve?
You got that?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Well, we're losing the money in chemicals, so either way,
I mean, but there's a way that we could
Well,
get it.
yeah. I mean, we started in the red, so.
And it's not gonna be a quick, in other words, don't expect to see them out there probably a couple of weeks, because we need to come, make sure we got everything. I don't wanna dig something up then.
Well,
It's broke, and we can't cover it up, we haven't got nothing to put it together.
Hopefully we get, people back in here,
Right.
Yeah.
it won't be so bad, it won't be so much.
And that's just an option, y'all don't have to, I mean, I'm not pushing that or nothing, I'm just trying to say there's some pretty bad leaks here. Even if you just use it on the worst one.
passive, we don't need them, we don't need them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it still, it needs to be done.
So do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve the work for getting the water leaks fixed in the city.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. All right, let's get back to hire or not hire. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my 2 cents in here. I've looked at all these regarding public works director position I'm talking about right now. My pick is for Chad Taylor. Chad's worked for the city before. He knows the ins and outs of it. He knows the plant. He knows what we're facing. He knows what we've been facing, and he's been all over town doing all kind of work that, right here, not anywhere else, but right here. And right now, the situation that we're in, I fully believe that he can step back in and help us get these things straightened out quicker than having to train somebody else to learn the plant, know the ins and outs of what we're dealing with. As far as I know, he and Jimmy have worked well together.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
That's where I'm at in the situation that we're at, and like I say, nothing against anybody else, but Chad knows Vernon, he knows that plant. So that's where I'm at. It's up to the other of you, what you decide.
Well, when Chad was here before, I always shared good things about him. He was always a hard worker as far as I was concerned. You know, and a lot of the citizens asked me why did he leave when he left. And I didn't have an explanation for that because they always said, where's that tall boy? And so he was, to me, I always found that he did his job as far as I could see. And if I called him and said something, he always tried to do that. So I would like to see Chad back with us because I hated to see him go, tell you the truth, I did. That's it. All right, man.
Does you have anything to say?
Not on that really. Should I make a motion?
Can I ask for a motion to approve Chad Taylor be hired on as public works director? Starting immediately.
I make a motion with you.
Any second?
I'll say.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Congratulations, welcome back.
Thank you.
We need your help.
Yeah.
I guess the people that want the other positions.
Well, y'all got a hard
That was
decision to
your-
make.
like that.
I'm glad I don't vote right now. For,
Yeah.
to pick between the laborer.
We have one position. That's all. Correct me if I'm wrong, Candace, we just have one position. We don't have
I'm more nervous now.
John?
Yeah, we only budgeted
That's
for
right,
one.
we only budgeted for one.
I didn't think this.
Does anybody have a problem riding a side by side around Vernon?
Have a what?
Riding a side by side. Well, we have two trucks.
What's wrong with
Somebody-
this?
Nothing. I'm asking if anybody has an issue with it.
The rest is not,
Sometimes I thought
see, the rest is not gonna have a lawnmower.
Transportation.
Cold, there's no grass.
Okay, so anybody gonna start or y'all gonna leave it to me?
So that's gonna be,
So this is the labor position that we're talking about now?
I got stuff so spread out. So you've got Brandon Carroll,
Mm-hmm.
Jones.
you've got Jamie Jones, you got Bradley, but do y'all, this is my old packet,
Clayton Bradley.
Clayton. I'm
Jamie.
sorry, I keep calling him Bradley, I know it's
And
Clayton.
Carroll. Okay, I know we need to speak out loud, guys. Everybody needs to be able to hear us.
What do you think?
You can say what you think.
Clayton, I have one question for each of you. I'm gonna start with you, Clayton. You're not planning on going anywhere, moving anytime soon? I know you've been in Vernon since you were born. I just wondered.
Yeah, I've seen you people up around the old town for
And Mr. Carroll, you've been here for, since you said 2016. Do you have any plans of moving off anytime soon? Tyler. I know that you live close by, I know that you're on the fire department, I'm sorry, I know it's Tyler, y'all.
Oh,
That's all I know him as, I don't know him that well, but I know it's Dr. Jamie, I apologize. You pretty well grounded here in Vernon,
Yeah, I live out on Mosso
Family.
Road.
yeah, you're not,
I'm not
don't
going
plan on
anywhere.
going anywhere. You don't plan on taking any new shut-offs if they come up or anything, right?
No. I'm done with that. I got a baby on the way, I gotta stay home now.
Yeah. That you do.
I got a young in high school, so, and
He said,
so he just started over here, so.
Okay, well, it's the will of the council. I'm gonna say, I think that, Jamie Jones, would be a good laborer. And for the position and what we've got going on, if I had to call it 1, 2, 3, no offense to anybody here, this is just my opinion. I'm just one person. It would be, for me, it would be, Mr. Jamie Jones, Mr. Clayton Bradley, and then Mr. Carroll. I'm just one person on council. Y'all feel free to speak up, question, whatever you wanna do.
Your thoughts, Ms. Blaine?
well, I know that Jamie is, you, being on the fire department, you are familiar with our city and everything. So, I'm gonna go with Jamie Jones.
Brittany?
You thoughts too, Bree? So I'll make a motion
And what's your motion?
to offer the job to Jamie Jones.
Oh, thank y'all.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
And we'll keep it-
Well,
No, but we'll keep your application.
Welcome, Jamie.
Oh, we're about to
Man,
pull
thank
it.
y'all.
Yeah.
Seriously, do you go by Jamie or Tyler?
Yeah, I go by either one of them, it don't matter.
Okay.
You can call me when I answer you.
I make a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
Second.
discussion?
Clayton, thank you for applying. Hold on.
Motion carried.
Okay, we'll.
Thank y'all, appreciate it.